about celebrating. So while it's a formal ceremony, please feel free to take as many photos as you like. Be as loud as you can. Scream, cheer, holler when your loved one crosses this stage to collect their degree. Show them all of the support that they deserve. In fact, we're going to kick off with a little practice run right now. So, being from a sports background, I like a little bit of competition. So I'm going to pit the left side of the room against the right side of the room. Okay, so we're going to go left side first. So after 3, your best cheer. 1, 2, 3. It's decent enough, but I'm sure we can beat that from the right side. Come on. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Left side, you've got some more work to do. Okay, so fantastic. The ceremony's about to start. So you're going to see a short video now, and then our graduating students will arrive. That's when the cheering will become really handy for you. I'll be back in a few minutes looking a little bit different with my own gown on as the platform party arrives. So I'll see you soon. Thanks.
Good morning, everybody. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Please get ready to welcome your class of 2023. guests and graduates. If you are able, can I please ask you to be upstanding for your platform party?
Please be seated. Thanks. Good morning again to our guests and welcome to our graduates to what is a very special occasion for all of you sitting here today. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guest speaker, Andy Hook, MD of Blackfriars Restaurant and the Hooked On Group, along with our distinguished guests from industry. To our graduates, I feel very privileged to be here with all of you today for this celebration, to reflect on your time on Newcastle College and to celebrate your successes with you. You may have spotted this year, or even been part of the celebrations, we have celebrated 10,000 graduates in 10 years this year. It's fantastic to think of those 10,000 graduates who have walked this stage and gone on to make their mark here in our region and beyond. We love to hear stories of those successes and know that we've played a part of that journey. Today, that alumni community gets a little bit bigger, as all of you here become part of it. So today belongs to you, our successful students who have worked so hard and with such commitment. Today, we all get to share your moment and watch you enjoy it. I know that for many of you, part of your studies have been affected by the events of the past few years, and you have shown so much resilience and fortitude to achieve your degree and to be here today. I'm very proud to be your principal, and I speak on behalf of all of my colleagues when I say that us here today are proud of every single one of you. We are delighted to be here to share your celebrations and hope that today will be a day to be remembered. I would also like to take a moment to recognize those colleagues I've just mentioned, teachers and mentors who have worked extremely hard to support our students, often through very challenging circumstances. Thank you for your dedication and your passion. I am confident you have inspired and made a difference to many of our graduates sitting here today. Could we please give your teachers a short round of applause? Thank you. And to all of you, the partners, parents, family, and friends, your support will also have been invaluable over the past few years. And I'd like to thank you and recognize you for that. So those big cheers you were practicing earlier, give yourselves one now, please. So to all of you, make the most of your day, enjoy the ceremony and all of your celebrations. From myself and everyone at Newcastle College University Centre, we wish you all the very best for the future. I would now like to introduce John Ridley, your Master of Ceremonies.
Thanks, Scott. Good morning, everyone. My name's John Ridley, and graduation reminds me how lucky I am to lead higher education for NCG, and especially proud to lead higher education at Newcastle College University Centre. So today it falls to me to guide you through the ceremony, so welcome once again to all of you, and I echo the sense of privilege noted by our principal to share this occasion with you. One point of housekeeping. If you have a mobile phone, make sure you have it on silent, but you might want it out with you so you can have all the photo opportunities as they walk across here. And if you need to, and you want to, feel free to clap, cheer, holler as loud as you can when the person you love is coming up to collect their scroll, because it's an incredibly important moment, so there's no time for politeness. We're always really pleased to host the graduation here in Newcastle Civic Centre. The Civic Centre is a grand and beautiful venue, a building that combines the old and the new, standing as a central landmark in the heart of our city. Tributes to traditions and the city's history are woven into the architecture of the Civic Centre. And one tribute you'll have all seen as you made your way in today is the huge, imposing figure, hair shrouding their face, arm outstretched with finger pointed to the floor, which is the imposing river god Tyne, sculpted by David Wynne and completed in 1968. Another is the 9 beacons which line the walkway to the Civic Centre, and that's a callback to when council meetings were heralded by the shouts of the town crier with the route to the building lit with barrels of tar. Or the seahorses that watch over from on high or appear in the carpets or the chandeliers, borrowed from the city's coat of arms and a playful nod to the city's seaport history. And Newcastle Civic Centre captures the cultural spirit and social ambition of the 1960s, the decade that it was built. And considering history is always instructive, but it's you, our graduates, who will design and create our future. And so to our graduates, enjoy the ceremony. When your name's called, take your time, soak in the recognition of your achievement, and acknowledge that when you take hold of that scroll, you become a graduate. So before you make your way to the stage, we'll hear from members of the platform party. So may I take this opportunity to invite Liz Bromley, Chief Executive Officer of NCG, to address you.
Thank you, John, for that lovely warm welcome. So, hello. This is the first ceremony of the year, and it's such a brilliant feeling because it heralds that the summer is here, the academic year is behind us, and you are here. I can't believe how full this room is to be ready to celebrate all day and hopefully all night too. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so pleased to be involved. Thank you for that. I've been in this role of Chief Exec at NCG for almost 4 years, and what 4 years they've been. For those of you who don't know, and probably don't care, I'm going to tell you anyway, NCG is a group of colleges, 7 colleges, and thousands of students. We go as far south as London and as far north as Carlisle and Newcastle. But of course, Newcastle was where we began, and it's where our heart is and where we feel most at home. So to have this ceremony today with you here in Newcastle is a particularly special moment for NCG. Our mission, wherever we're working, whichever college we're in, is to enable social mobility and economic prosperity through exceptional education. And we want to prepare our learners up and down the country for a prosperous future, an interesting future where you're stimulated with your intellect. And we do that by giving you the education, the skills, and the experience that you will need to succeed, and you will succeed. But as you go on in your lives, you'll make an impact in your communities, in your regions, on a national scale, and some of you will be doing it further than that on a global scale. And we absolutely believe that that's what you will do. I hope that your education with NCG, with Newcastle College, has helped you get to that point, because you are our future, and goodness only knows we need good people running and managing our futures. We need you to be fantastic. Before I joined NCG, I've worked for a number of universities in the UK, so having worked in higher education for a long time, I know really well the significance and the sense of occasion that we have here today celebrating with you, but that you will have to be able to officially say that you are a graduate. It's a really special achievement. It's a huge milestone in your life, like the first time you get a car, or when you get engaged, or when you get married, or when you have a house or a baby, in whatever order you like. But it's one of those moments where the people in this room are enjoying that moment with you, and you'll remember it for your whole life, your whole long life, I hope. And that's because today is a culmination of a bit of fun, but a lot of hard work and a huge amount of commitment. And, you know, never underestimate what you have achieved by getting here today and sharing that joy with your friends and your family who will have suffered alongside you, I guarantee. I also have no doubt that your degree and the practical experience that you've gained during your studies will give you loads of transferable as well as specialist skills, and they will help you succeed in life in whatever career you've chosen or whatever you choose to do next in your lives. As an NCG graduate, you will have developed many qualities that will have prepared you for the real world, and all of these people know about the real world and will be nodding and thinking, get out there and do something. But I do not underestimate how challenging the past few years have been. But the fact that you're here with your hats on shows that you have been focused, you have been driven, you've been dedicated, but you have resilience. And resilience is such an important thing in the current time. So I know that wherever life takes you, whatever decisions you've made already, wherever life has brought you to this point, you are ready to make your mark on the world, and you will have an impact in what you do. And that's why all of us here are so proud of you. I feel really lucky to be able to be part of this celebration and to celebrate your remarkable achievements, and you absolutely deserve it. Let no one take that from you. I also look forward very much to hearing about your future successes, because when you put that hat on, when you walk across this stage, you are stuck with us for life because you are a Newcastle College alumnus. That means that you are always part of the NCG family, and so we want to hear of your successes, and we hope that you will come back and be an active part of that family when you want to. So from me, from us and the CAP Platform Party, massive congratulations for everything that you've done. Have the very best day. Take photographs, because by this evening you will have forgotten almost everything that's happened, so you can look at your photographs and live it all again. And well done you for sitting through it all. I'd now like to introduce our Interim Director of Higher Education at the Newcastle College University Centre, Maria Gibson. She's going to speak to you, and I would ask you to welcome her to the microphone. Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. Hi, everybody. I am delighted to be with you today as students from Business, Hospitality and Beauty prepare to graduate. I am proud to be addressing you here on such an important and significant day that marks a culmination of years of hard work and determination from you all. In a moment, I'll be inviting graduates onto stage to complete today's ceremony. First, I'd like to acknowledge our Student of the Year for this ceremony, Hannah Warren. Hannah is graduating today from the Foundation degree in Culinary Arts, and this year, despite losing a very close family member, has shown incredible determination and commitment to consistently achieve some of the highest grades in her cohort. As part of her studies this year, Hannah competed in the Nectar 2023 competition, taking home a bronze medal. And, alongside her degree, she's also ran her own successful business, supplying small local businesses with her own homemade fudge and brownies. Congratulations, Hannah. It is thoroughly deserved. On behalf of everybody here at Newcastle College University Centre, well done, and we wish you every success. We will now begin the conferment of awards, and I would like to ask Scott Bullock, and Principal of Newcastle College, and Liz Bromley, Chief Executive to NCG, to join me on stage. Okay, so we start off with the MA in Business Management. Could I welcome Bala Krishnan Anaduri to the stage? Ajiri Ojani Unalajino Egbado. Esther Joseph. Jaspreet Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Sona Kukar. Latif Holali Khan Holabode. Gokhel Raj Polanazami. Amith Raj. Divakar Sengatuval. Ramesh Krishnan Submaranian. Amandeep Kaur. Well done. Amanpreet Kaur. Jaspreet Kaur. Jaspreet Kaur. Kirandeep Kaur. Lovejot Kaur. Nancy. Pavinder Kaur. Rupinder Kaur. Sharandeep Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur Bopare. Janki Brambat. Moana Kana. Rahul Kumar. Chloe Little Bates. Ranjit Singh. Aduraru Sekinat Adenirian. Flora Nabini Alika. Amal Arichi. Neha Devi. Charles Guillaume Boating. Ekni Joshua Basilai. Victoria Ann Ellison. Malakit Kaur. Manaprit Kaur. Seema Kumari. Vivian Abinaju Alamode. Mary Lee Zainab Kantor. Amandeep Chambar. Chushbu Devi. Rajiv Daji Jadhav. Kamalpreet Kaur. Poonam Rani. Gohad Yadav. Thameen Ansari Ahmed Bashra. Anusha Riyami Itabor. Kamaljit Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Aravin Mutaya Balsub Ramani. Karisanka Ravi. Samson Arinzi Ali. Blessing Inumidun Clifford. Ija Franklin. Oluwayomi Adibanki Amidora. George Sheriff Sedana. Hakeem Afulabi Akindali. Leanne Marie Aronello. Babajedi Sunday Awujulu. Grace Foster. Elijah Cameron. Jamie Carter. Alexander Kowali. Scarlett Manning. Patrick McHugh. Pappy Kabea McKendy. Christopher Ikchukwu Ndui. Megan Oliver. Georgia Marie O'Neill. Natasha Pervez. Tracy Pinkney. Thomas Rutherford. Kajal Singh. Billy Tolan Brown. Tadori. Oh, Danielle Yvonne. Holly Lee Halliman. Joseph Mitchell. Ellie Lee Parsons. Katie Smith. Josiana Baptista. Juliana Veronica Geely. Anisha Kumar Handa. Bryony Alice Hayes. So we now move on to our beauty. We'll start with the BA in Advanced Skin Techniques, Kelsey J. Kernick. Hannah Louise Elliott. Karen Ford. Kate Elizabeth Gilbert. Charlotte Alice Graham. Leanne Lawson. Claire Lyle. Ashley McMillan. Rachel Murray. Alice Ray. Rachel Jane Scott. Shona Yvonne Slattery. Elizabeth Swinford. Leslie Ann Wilkinson. Louise Athy. Emily Kate Baldwin. Megan Davison. Rebecca Everett. Joanne Gillespie. Amara Henderson. Abby Doris Henry. Emma Louise Holmes. Leah Michaela King. Eunice Lee. Chloe Adriana Martha. Megan Minto. Natalie Nesrajani. Anisha Kar Sahuta. Chancel Sian. Lacey Cara Teal. Elisa May Thompson. Nicola Ann Turner. Julia Vajiha. Louise D. Cristofaro. Louise Ellis. Kelly Teresa Ann Errington. Zoe Finley. Chloe Tony Groves. Jessica Jamieson. Catherine Elizabeth Jones. Maxine McNestry. Dora McWhinney. Gemma Morris. Tara Joanne Powell. Megan Sainsbury Nash. Jasmine Shepherd. Craig Robert Warnes. And Charlie Eve Wilson. Moving on to hospitality, we'll start with a foundation degree in culinary arts. Lewis Philip Bond. Martin Buchan. Laura Duagwa. Patience Atutu Sala. Ben Luke. Jean Evelyn Newton. Amy Ella Patrick. Corey Owen Pony. Letitia Sanderson. Hannah Megan Warren. Jasmine Watts. Alina Williams. Amy Hobkirk. That concludes the award for Business, Hospitality and Beauty. Congratulations, graduates. I'd like to welcome John Ridley back to the stage. Thanks.
Wow, fantastic. It's hard to put into words the privilege it is to stand up here and look out in this room and see the love and the admiration that is clearly just pours out. It's phenomenal. Yup, exactly. Exactly. Well, that's it. You're now officially graduates. Well done. Well done. But before we continue, graduates, there's one job you need to do before we progress with the rest of your lives, and that is, if you can, stand up, please. And why don't you give a big round of applause to everybody that supported you all the way through your studies? Thank you very much. Be seated. God, it really is brilliant to be here. I'd now like to invite our guest speaker, Andy Hook, to address you. And Andy has a story that really encapsulates following your dreams and your passion. Andy's the managing director of Blackfriars Restaurant and the Hooked On Group. He originally graduated from Swansea University with a degree in physics and laser physics and worked as a process engineer specialising in fibre optics, vacuum and phosphorus coating technologies before returning to his studies to complete a diploma in management studies at London Business School. He then moved to Newcastle to be a manufacturing manager of a facility making printed circuit boards before he realised his true passion and opened the critically acclaimed Sydney's restaurant in Tynemouth in 1999, followed by Blackfriars in 2001. He's since gone on to open Cafe Peel in Dance City, Hinnie's in Whitley Bay, and Dobson and Parnell on Newcastle's quayside, as well as expanding Blackfriars to include a cookery school, meeting rooms, cloister garden and brewery. So please welcome Andy Hook to address you.
Hello, thank you so much for that introduction and for inviting me here today. It's an honour and it's a privilege. Newcastle College is a great organisation. I know because I once studied there as well. Our restaurants have enjoyed a productive working relationship, and we've employed a fair few students from the college over the years. I've been asked to say a few words about myself, where I've come from, my career, and to offer a few words of advice, which I've distilled into a few life lessons, which you might find interesting, you might find inspiring. Though don't worry if you find it a bit boring. As Liz said, you'll have forgotten all of this by tomorrow. Anyway, first and foremost, huge congratulations to every one of you for completing your courses and passing your exams. As we've all said, we're incredibly proud of all of you. Well done. So let's get started. When I was your age, some of my mates would say to me, I dream of getting rich and retiring by the time I'm 50. Wow, I thought that would be amazing. But then again, what would I do? And why would I want to stop doing something I hope to really enjoy doing for most of my life? To be honest, I've never really had a big dream of getting rich. Instead, I've always dedicated myself to the pursuit of short-term goals. I've always looked for joy in the things that interest me and challenge me. I like to be open to opportunities when they rise, those which appear unexpected in my periphery. If you focus too far in front of you, you sometimes miss the shiny little things out of the corner of your eye. But first, a little bit about me. I'm originally from Cambridge, one of 4 kids. My mum was a part-time nurse, my dad an engineer. Both incredibly hospitable. It was always coffee and cake at 11, gin and tonics after 4. Whilst guests are under our roof, it was our responsibility to ensure their happiness. A useful motto, I thought, in life. I went to my local comprehensive school. I was very average. I was quiet and shy and lacked confidence. I was afraid of girls. I was far too scared to talk to them. I tried lots of sport, running, tennis, and rugby. I failed at most of them. I enjoyed playing music, though, and randomly played drums in Paul Tucker's first single before he went on to form the Lighthouse family. I'm going to get a lot of blank looks at this point, aren't I? A recording I urge you not to seek out. I left with pretty average grades and just managed to get into Swansea University studying, as John says, physics, which, to be honest, isn't the conventional route for running a restaurant. But I guess I felt the weight of expectation on my shoulders. I was lucky to have parents who encouraged and supported me. It was an opportunity not everyone had, so of course, I'm grateful. But the truth is, I struggled with my physics degree, mainly because I wasn't very good at it. It didn't suit me very well. I also partied too hard and ended up failing my end-of-year exams in both physics and maths. However, I managed to persuade, or had managed to persuade, the university to let me study music as my third first-year subject. The history of French and Italian opera, no less. In fact, the first student to be allowed to study such a combination of subjects. I ended up passing it and was eventually allowed to retake my physics and maths exams and progress into my second year. I then began to knuckle down, work hard, passed my exams, and finally graduated. For me, it felt like a triumph over adversity, mainly down to a bit of luck and a lot of hard work. But when I look back at it, I wonder if someone had suggested hospitality, if a career in hotel management or restaurants, what would I have said? I don't think I had the mindset, the bandwidth at the time, and didn't have anyone I knew in the business. I think you all have a lot more opportunities, and I know these days you are all open to a lot more possibilities. Either way, sometimes it just takes a long time to know where we are and what we enjoy and what we're good at. I didn't even consider changing history to music, even though it appeared to suit me much better. However, I ran the Musician Society, I formed a touring orchestra, as well as another rock band, though with far less success than some other fellow students who went on and formed the Welsh Monsters of Rock, the Manic Street Preachers. That's where I get some other blank looks. Throughout my time at university, every time I returned home, my mum lined me up with various jobs, such as a post person. You're not allowed to say postman anymore. Personal shopper, domestic engineer, and once a Christmas elf. She wanted to teach me the value of money. It also gave me money to travel, including 4 months in South America after I graduated. Of any 4-month period in my life, it's the one I remember the most, and the one that taught me about the world more than any other time. Upon my return, it was time to face reality and get a job. My first scary step into the real world. And in my case, working as process engineer, making image intensifiers for the Dutch electronics giant Philips in London. It was a sleepy little factory run by old scientists who looked like Doc Brown in Back to the Future. It wasn't a great start to my career, but I was a reliable worker. I loved London, and I managed to gain a diploma in management studies. I studied a bit of cooking, but after Philips sold the technology and closed the factory, I struggled to find another job. After a staggering 170 applications, yes, I didn't take the hint. I eventually found work in a printed circuit board factory, Fire Systems in South Shields. I subsequently discovered my granddad grew up there, as did his father and his grandfather. Felt like a bit of a homecoming for a boy from Cambridge, especially when I understood the old family home was barely a few hundred yards away from the factory. That said, I can't say I really enjoyed my time at Fire Systems, an aggressively expanding business run by uber-smart smartasses who didn't much appreciate a quiet yet reliable little southerner. I somehow managed 5 years, but spent the latter half planning my escape. This included enrolling as I enrolling, as I mentioned earlier, in a part-time catering course at this proud college, which I loved. So basically, it took me 10 years to figure out what I really wanted to do in my life. I wanted to open a restaurant. Without any real experience in the industry, I went in search of my first restaurant and eventually signed up for a lease on a tiny site in Tynemouth. It was one of the scariest things that I've ever done, agreeing no matter what to pay rent on this derelict premises for the next 15 years. It was equally hard to leave my comfortably paid job, even though I didn't like it. After spending next to nothing on its refurbishment, I opened my first restaurant, Sydney's. I remember being petrified, but I worked all hours, 7 days a week. I paid myself next to nothing. And whilst we had few holidays, I missed out on many of the big family gatherings. What drew me to open a restaurant, I don't really know, but I did have hospitality and service instilled in me from a young age. I did want the freedom to run my own business under my own terms and did want to enjoy the rewards of its success. Moreover, I wanted to learn. I was motivated by each little success that I had. I was pretty clueless, but the supportive locals appreciated my hard work and generally forgave me of my mistakes. As time went by, I became more confident and one day saw the opportunity to open Blackfriars, a former 13th century Dominican friary here in Newcastle. This was followed, as John says, by Cafe in Dance City, Dobson Parnell on the quayside, and Hinnes in Whitley Bay. But not everything has been a success. I've suffered many failures. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and every failure has been a good learning exercise. We've expanded Blackfriars over the years, includes a bar, tasting room, banquet hall, and cookery school. And we've just opened a fabulous cloister garden, which is very popular for graduations. A little bit of self-promotion goes a long way, doesn't it? We now employ over 70 staff in our restaurants. Many have been with me for over a decade, and along the way I've learnt a few things. I've learnt it doesn't make any difference whether my chefs and managers are male or female. I don't believe there's a difference, nor do I believe there's a difference that age makes. We employ about the same number of females in senior roles as males. We employ staff from 16 to 64 years old, of all creeds and all colour and all nationalities. I believe if you're good and you have the right attitude, you will succeed. I've never really been motivated by money, but I do appreciate that a business can only be built on a solid financial footing. Money also gives you the freedom and opportunities to try new things. I still don't have a long-term dream. I don't want to be mega rich. Well, I do really. I don't want to retire. But I am always open to those little opportunities that crop up in my periphery, as I said earlier, those shiny little things that you might see out of the corner of your eye. I'm currently working on a microbrewery, an app, and a book about medieval food, randomly. I still get up at 7 a.m. every day. I'm at my desk by 8, and I still look forward to days at work. Life for me is good. So back to those life lessons. Remember, you're lucky to be here. You have talent and opportunities, so make the most of them. Stop bad habits. Mine is endlessly scrolling through social media. Try to do something new every day. Get out of bed and do some exercise. You're going to put your bodies through a lot over the next 50 years, so make sure you're healthy and fit. Travel. It broadens the mind. Find something you really enjoy doing as opposed to something you think you should do. Think about what makes you happy. Like me, it may take years, but you'll find it eventually. Employment is easy when you show you really enjoy your work. Whenever a new employee starts with us, I only ask 3 things of them. Arrive at work on time. Every time, I be reliable. and work hard with a smile. Always prioritize getting good, relevant career experience over a higher wage. Money can wait. Surround yourselves with people who think you're great. Don't be downtrodden by toxic bullies who feed off your soul. If you're thinking about starting your own business, never be afraid to ask for help. You'll be surprised how many of us are willing to help you. Work hard. Hard work brings achievement. Achievement brings motivation to do more things. Never stop learning. Every day's a school day. Be responsible and be accountable, but also don't be afraid of failure. People who avoid failure also avoid success. Embrace failure when it comes. You're going to fail at some things, and that's okay. Avoid self-limiting beliefs. You can do it. After all, if not you, then who? Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can possibly imagine. Enjoy the time that you have. I believe you only have one shot at life, so use your time wisely. Don't waste it. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. That was fantastic. Well, you're just moments away from celebrating, so it falls to me just to explain how we're going to close today. So in a moment, I'm going to formally close the ceremony, and I'll walk around this table and we'll lead the platform party out. And checking my watch, it's the little hands clicked beyond 12, so it's more than polite to have a drink. And with that in mind, we invite you to enjoy a Prosecco, which will be served in the reception area and on the first floor. Graduates and guests, that concludes today's ceremony. Thank you and congratulations. If you can, please be upstanding as the platform party leaves the room.